Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online. We are here once again at Bjorninghus where we have hopefully 2 quests to complete. So last episode we did get to level 122, sorry. I'm so far behind that that's still what I'm saying. I have yet to do an epic battle, so we are kind of holding off on that for the moment. I'll hopefully do one before the next episode. I've also been looking into different foods. Obviously this food we don't really use anymore, so we've been using the Daleman's Crams, which making this food not really worth it. So I'm trying to look into fortifying food if that is still a thing, or anything higher than the level 100 stuff. But I just need to look on the wiki a bit better, I guess. So that is something I'm working on, but for now we're going to stick with Daleman's Crams. Don't really know why I brought that up. I must have said something about it because it's in my head. Nonetheless, let's get into today's episode. We have our Hobbit gift of the day, so let's have a quick look. It is 20 virtual experience and 2 gold, which I think is our 3rd set of those. No, okay, maybe we sold them, or maybe I'm thinking of the legendary server. Possibly, but we have a few things obviously to do. We want to talk to Legolas. We have a quest with him.
Let me tell you the story my father told to me.
And then we're going to go talk to Gandalf inside Bjorninghus and talk about this interlude sort of quest thing that we've got going on. But first, we're going to go talk to him, hopefully get a decent chunk of XP, and also maybe learn a cool story.
My story begins not long ago at the elven ruins of Hroskabel.
Okay. Oh, I've got a point on him. They called a meeting between the elves and woodmen. And Radagast. I don't want to go too far away because then he might have something to say. I've been summoned here on the behalf of Celeborn and Thranduil. Where are these elves? And here they are. There we go. We'll go over here, and if it gets really quiet, we can see what Legolas is saying. The war is over, and Dol Guldur has been broken and laid bare. So this wasn't recent, that long ago. The darkness of the Mirkwood has been halted, and we wish to reclaim. With this, we wish to reclaim the Mirkwood. We desire to involve you, the woodsman, in this claim. This claim of the Narrows benefit the woodsman. This is our home, and sanctified claim upon it would be an honor. Ooh. As long since any of my people ventured past the eaves. Then I shall claim the southern wood, and northern wood shall be under his watch. From this moment forward, the Mirkwood shall now be known as Erin Lasgillen, the Wood of Green Leaves. Does that mean we're going to get, like, a different instance version of it where it's not, like, corrupted? Well, that went particularly well. That was very well. Let's talk to you. Celeborn Thranduil has set into motion a great change in all the Rovirian. Still don't think that's how you say it, but anyway.
May this story help you in your dealings with the woodmen of the Vales of Anduin.
Hopefully then, that might be like something that we can use as part of our information. Like, some information we can use.
Much for the Vales of Anduin and the people who live there.
Let's let him talk. We get some really nice braces now, so that's going to be, like, more than double. Like our armor, quite a lot, more than double our agility, decent chunk extra vitality and some extra fate. So that's actually going to be really, really good for us. We'll choose those, switch those out.
I believe Grimbeorn awaits us with his reply.
And then I also have a quest from Grimbeorn.
I have made my decision.
They say they will help us, but only rarely do I see them leave the shelter of the woods, and I hesitate to call on them for aid. The dwarves and men that live in the north have their own problems as do we, and never can help. Not spend this time idly. No, there's a solution. There is a solution that lies on the very edge of my land, on the edge and upwards. Speak to the great eagles. Your friend of Gandalf, he is one who respects evil. Speak with. Okay, we'll potentially go over there at some point. The Karok is over there. Let's go put these on. Let's see if we can finally get over 90k. We won't, because it's agility that we're mainly getting. But, yeah, it's finally better than some Matham Hunter stuff, which is nice. Still looking for an increase in our jacket. I am kind of being a pain with it, because I do have this, which is giving me more agility, but I lose quite a lot of vitality and fate. So we definitely could upgrade it, but I'm waiting for, like, something that is upgrades in every respect rather than losing fate or a lot of vitality or a lot of agility. Anyway, let's go talk to Gandalf in here. Then we'll go to Karok, depending on what this quest does. We're kind of doing two quests at the same time. It's a little bit weird, but we'll see how it goes. Just trying to kind of see how efficient I can get it.
Have you learned more about the darkness that has settled upon the Vales?
So you recount the tale of the hunter and his encounter with hate-filled shade. Spirit called Aura of hatred that Poe describes remind me of the dread that accompanies Sauron's most powerful, so it's the Nazgul. But Sauron is gone, the Nazgul with him. The Spectre must be something else, and indeed, let us be thankful for that. In point of fact, I believe I chanced upon the very shade during my travels long ago, and I thought it gone never to return. Today you may encounter... Okay. Let's go talk to Elrond then. So, Gandalf thinks he's sort of met it before, and then we'll see what Elrond has to say as well. Save this perhaps.
The enemy is gone, but the things he set in motion may not yet have dissipated.
That was very delayed of you. Furtherments of ally this were to lie. For a shade of such hatred to remain in the woods may indicate it's served some terrible power. The enemy is gone, and the things set in motion may have not yet dissipated. One shade or two at work in the Vagary the Wanderer may need no hand to the woodsmen or the Bjornings, or to those who travel in their lands, but remember that even in the original story, he was taken away from his home a year and returned greatly changed. Ill intent or no, his life was altered by that encounter, and I should not judge, not for the better. I miss my library. If only I had access to my books, I may say more, but I'll have to return to Gandalf and tell them this. Another wizard believes Vagary the Hunter, Wanderer, to be, and I caution that it may not be. Beware. Okay, so he wishes he was back in his library. What a surprise. But let's hope that we can get some resolution to the end of this whole shade thing.
I told you I encountered this shade long ago, and it is true.
I walked these lands for many years, watching the trials of men and elves, lending my aid whenever I deemed it necessary. Time of the Battle of Path Celebrant, and the departure of Earthhead. I walked side of Anduin, pounded of I would say let it be, had it not spoken, but it called me by a curious name, a name I never heard before, and it drew me on. I pursued the shade into the swamp, and even from a great distance I could feel the intense aura of its hatred. The spirit should not have been, and I knew that in Earthhead's absence, there's a hateful presence could indulge the woodsman. I cast a spell of banishment upon the shade, and it vanished. I believe it had been gone for good, and now it is returned. I know why not why.
That is enough for now.
Okay, we're going to have a lot of searching to do, so that should be interesting, and then we'll potentially go to the Karok and see where we go from there. This quest is going to give us some new boots, which is nice, so we actually get agility and vitality again. We said this before, but obviously it was nice to have the what did we get? It was gloves. Yeah, the gloves increase as well. So we don't get anything from this quest, unfortunately, but that's fine, I'm sure. We can quickly go over to the Karok first since we're there. Then we can see what happens there. Go to Holtvis, go across here and search all these different areas. It should be fine. We shouldn't really have to worry too much. It's definitely good having the Holtvis skill. I'm hopefully going to try and get the Bjorning skill at some point, because then that just means we'll get faster and faster between the two. In fact, whilst we are actually doing this, we can actually use it as an excuse to go down to Vegbar, since we did mean to go there previously, but obviously got stopped by being swift traveled over here. I immediately, as I walked by, realized you were an enemy. Please, a tree could probably not run as fast as me, so I think we're good. And we'll go up to the top of here quickly. Should be a nice view, I'm sure. And then, yeah, we'll go down to Vegbar, which should be pretty easy, and then go from there. And yeah, then we have all these places open. We have another quest for that, so that's good. This one actually gave us 446,000, which is really, really nice. I'm not sure why. In fact, it should have given us less experience, just like these are. These are giving us 191k, but because we're now another level higher, also potentially because Valmas sorry climbs to the top of the carrot. Okay, cool. This is probably going to end really badly for us with a steed, but it should be an interesting time. Yeah, more than likely, it was a lower level XP quest anyway, but also because of our being an extra level higher, we gain less XP because it's kind of scaled. So if I'm on level, I get more XP, but if I'm over leveled, I get less XP. If I'm unleveled, I get more XP. As far as that's the way it worked. Hey, and we have this. May the wind under your wings bear you where the moon strides and the sun soars. Okay, so we have some nice travel locations, which is pretty nice.
The Vales must be made safe.
I'm gonna dismount first.
What you can.
I recommend you speak with the courtesy of the Eagles. Consider a proper bow at the outset and make sure that you use as fine speak as you are able to. Thanks for the compliment, I guess. You want me? Yeah, it is Lord Grail. Wait, your presence. Where's E2 then? Do I have to travel with you here? Top of the windswept peaks, you see some familiar friends. The Wizards and the Eagle Lord appeared to know one another and be on friendly terms. I like that when I did that, it was like, yeah, you're good, but it's actually that dude that you're supposed to. So you awaits your word. So we talk to him.
Relieved to see you again.
So you want something?
Still whole and hale.
So you want something Gardens of Galadriel, and now you fly high above your station, the very area of my people. It is most curious that you keep turning up, small one. Oh, thanks.
Do you need further guidance?
Now the buildings are sent you to me. I will hear your request and perhaps favour this pact, but speak first to Landrevel and Meneldor. They will judge you accordingly. So we'll bow from here. Oh, do I have to add that? Yeah, cool. Bow to you.
May fortune favour you, friend.
I'm not forgetting the assistance you provided me in the Wailing Hills that lay near the Great River. I don't remember that. Did we do that? I don't remember that. I've seen goblins and many ill-hearted beasts on this side of the Misty Mountains. Some of them creep out from Goblin Town, but from where the others hail, I cannot say with certainty. Yeah, it's really weird having, like, Lothlorien mentioned and, like, the Misty Mountains and stuff like that, because, like, we're not far away from the Misty Mountains. We're literally there. It's weird to think that obviously we're so much further in the story, but we're still really, really close to that. Alright, let's bow to the next one and talk to you.
The eyes of an eagle are sharper than his beak.
Did you not say we would meet again when we departed the Wailing Hills? I'm just pleased to me that it's turned out to be true, but it not all is good in the banks of Anduin for trouble brewed in the north. I speak to you of the fortress called Gundabad, which has been home to many orcs and winged drakes. It was a refuge of evil, and that evil does not stay there. It roams far afield, and the dangers even to these lands. So I'm guessing I've got to go, like, over here to the north. Silent wisps of smoke from faint machines billow in the foothills. And then east. All is peaceful in the Bjorning lands. And then I'm sure south. Maybe over here. Yeah. There's a conflict in the south, and the hills faintly tremble.
This location must remain secure.
Okay. I cannot overextend my reach or extend my wingspan in this barrel leap. I keep an ever watchful eye upon these lands, and I seek aught that threatens. I will warn those below of the dangers with the call that will echo in the valleys, so that way much harm may be avoided. Hey, and we may get a new helmet as well. This is all perfect. This is just basically, let's get more stuff. That does give us less fate, though. I guess we got a level 120 anyway, but I'll probably do it for the... Oh, actually we lose vitality. Maybe we won't. I'll have to look. But let's talk to you.
With the swiftness of the northern wind.
And then get ready for flight, and then fight. So we might actually not do this today if we're basically doing this side quest for the entire episode.
In the morning mist, shadows came to the Karak. My only thought was to protect the sacred rock with my life.
Okay. Hello. The Drakes, they approach. I must take leave for Gwei here. Has bade me not to interfere. I have faith in your skills, Hunter. Farewell. Oh, I was about to say, oh, these are really small drakes. I needed to take some food. I'll do that in a minute. I also feel a little bit of lag. So hopefully we don't really suffer because of that. I just feel a little bit of delay in between using, like, skills being used and actually being, like, being clicked and the inductions going through and actually hitting. But I could be wrong. What I will do is, as soon as I get a chance with this Drake, I will put on some Daleman's Crams. Because that's just going to help us overall, and also that means in the small time that we do have, a lot of the time we can actually get more morale back. So hopefully we'll put this on as soon as... Oh, interrupted, of course. We'll take the big one out first, I think. We're just going to have to try and use Blood Arrow as much as possible then. We actually get more morale now, because it's percentage based, so we're actually getting like 9,000 rather than 8,000. So that's pretty good. So obviously, we're gaining more morale back per thing, so we can actually sustain a little bit more damage, and we've got more of a buffer for damage before we die, obviously, with the higher morale. So all works out well for us, and I think we're doing pretty well. As long as I don't fall off, I think we're good. We'll try once again, though, to eat some food as soon as this is done. Cool. Oh, okay, so it looks like we're going down this area. So we actually have to just defeat drakes down here. So we kind of have a little bit more leeway with this. Protect the Karak and defeat the attacking drakes. And then it just says, what did it say? Now drive these drakes off the old stone steps to the Karak. So they're probably there to stop anybody coming up and helping. That's a very steep rock that we couldn't go up then. It's always fun. Let's just get these guys gone. We can take a little bit of a step down. Oh, that was a devastating attack. That was good. 20k damage. But yeah, I'm hoping... In fact, we can also put some fortifying food on. Because that should also increase our everything. Barbed Arrow, Heartseeker, and that. So it's got 50k morale in a couple hits. It's like a third of his morale gone. That was fun. Interesting looking collision there. But yeah, that also comes from just the higher agility as we are doing more damage. So that's obviously good, having that extra stuff. Now, I don't know if these... Yeah, we're going to get a new helmet, obviously, as I said. But I don't know if there's going to be another quest after this where we get a new... You know, we could get a new chest plate or a new cloak. I think we got a new cloak recently, though. Could just be a couple of nice things that we can get. To do. I thought for some reason that bled, but no, it's Heartseeker that bleeds, doesn't it? So let's just take this dude out. I could be a little bit more like, or less careful, I'm sure now, because we kind of sussed it a little bit. But I just want to be, you know, not overly confident, because I know that's where I slip and fall a lot of the time. So yeah, I could probably just stand in front of them and attack them and use Blood Arrow, and I haven't even touched press onwards yet. and we're fine. But yeah, I don't want to overdo it. Like these guys I can probably handle. But also, it's like, I'm doing the same amount of damage, but I'm getting attacked less, so my armor's actually taking a beating, technically, right now. Even if I'm not really taking damage, because I'm regenning it from Blood Arrow, I've got the in-combat morale regen. It's quite high. Give me a sec. Right, don't know if anybody heard that, but that was the fire alarm going off. So that was a bit of a shock, quickly. This dude is just flying around constantly and annoying me. So hopefully that's not taken too much into our Dale Man's crams, but we can always use those again. Yeah, really, really caught me off guard then. Fire alarm went off. Or smoke alarm went off, I guess. Not fire. There isn't a fire, there was just smoke. So that's good. So let's hope that doesn't happen again, because that was, yeah, not what I would like to have happen mid-recording, or even not mid-recording, to be honest, anytime. And my arrow just left the universe. I don't know if you saw that. That was fun. Yeah, we've kind of got a good thing going with like Heartseeker into Blood Arrow, because that is a good, decent chunk of like morale plus Blood Arrow. I think we sussed it. Sort of our whole thing. I just wish Heartseeker had a lower like cooldown. I'm sure there's ways of getting a cooldown, because I'm pretty sure there's Heartseeker, something to do with Heartseeker. It might be Heartseeker damage that I'm thinking. That's my only worry. So I'm just gonna, while I'm attacking these dudes, pick this up. Yeah, Heartseeker damage is there. That's fine. That's for our bow. I'm thinking for our sword. Doesn't our sword potentially have anything? So barrage damage. That might be an interesting one to get, considering we use barrage quite a lot. Merciful shock cooldown. That might be also a nice one. I don't know. Because the sword has like press onwards, great. Like if we can get press onward cooldown to be 45 seconds less, that'll be nice. That puts it down to 45 seconds. You're the dude at the top, aren't you? Yeah, I'm gonna go put some Dale Man's crams on then quickly. So yeah, obviously we can get Desperate Flight increase. Press onwards, sorry. And then you get plus 9.55% press onwards heal. And then we also have like traded intent concentration is alright, I guess. But what was the other one? Improved strength of the earth. It's not really that great because it's not a percentage based one, it's just a regular based one. So I'm gonna quickly do this. And hopefully I can just sort of run up here. He's not moving, so I'm going to wait for him to move. Oh, he is hitting me, but I think we're alright. Because if he's only hitting me for like... He's hitting me for a decent chance, but if I can get that on... And we still have press onwards and stuff like that, so... If we can get him to be doing melee, that's also good. Yeah, this is pretty easy for us now. Hey, there we are. Now I need to find Varthmath. Which I'm guessing he's up here. Oh no, down here. Over here, I see you now.
The veils must be made safe.
Luckily, decided to enter Beyond's cave at the Karak base precisely before the Drakes attacked. A group entered the cave and I fought them off. It seemed they tried to desecrate the sacred cave and the Karak. Let's get out of here. We just tell Grimbeorn at once he'll be grateful to know the Eagles gave you warning of this attack. Alright, let's head there. I think, yeah, we're going to hold off on this one today. I think us sort of having this nice long side quest, basically, we're getting a decent chunk of XP. We basically used all our bonus XP up by the end of this.
You and
It's good.
have returned in safety.
This is also a still level 120, but We can put this agile helmet that gives us more agility, but we're not going to swap it out for the moment. We get less fate and we get less vitality. Resistance ratings increase, but it's not really that massive a deal. As I said with the like chest plate as well, even if the armor's better, which isn't even massively better, I would prefer every stat to be increased or every stat to be more beneficial to us. So losing 2 stats for the gaining of 1, and it's not much, it's 200 agility. We can make that pretty easily in other ways, even just by putting the fortifying food on. I don't think it's really worth it. So we're going to pick that up when we have room for it. We can use some heritage runes on our bow. Why not? Let's just do that quickly. Because we're nearly level... whatever with it. How much XP do we need? 660. So leveling up from this is what's going to happen.
The time
There
has
we are.
come to reopen the trade route with the elves, for evil will soon be driven from the Vales.
Okay, so we get a new helmet. Again, even if we don't get it, we can just disenchant it and get some stuff from that. So that's always good. And let's just check if we've got any quest completions. Dwarf holds. Should we might go to the dwarf holds just to give that in. But
Come!
should we just finish this quest and at least maybe finish the thing? Get all our bonus XP used up for the day for the first time in quite a long time. These are given a quite decent XP, but we're not going to use it all from this, unfortunately. Do I have an enhanced XP supply? I don't. That's unfortunate. But nonetheless, let's go, I guess.
It is a Beyonding tradition to signal both ends and beginnings with a feast.
Okay, over here.
It's a bright day in the Vales.
It's kind of used to volunteer and help us prepare the feast. I must finish preparing the food to be help set the table. We're ready for the guests. Don't forget about time. Rose, star, bud, sprout, lily, violet, cream, lady, clover, honey, and leaf will help you. Thank you kindly. Oh, and the food will be shortly put on the table. So help set the table. How do I help set the table? You hear a shuffling of hooves and paws growing louder and louder. Okay, let's take the dinnerware. Will you let me take your dinnerware? There we are. What? Oh my god, I feel like this is going to take forever. This is like the invitation quests. More annoying. Because they're just going to walk around. I mean, they're at least slower. No, you're not allowed to leave. Right, give that to Rose. Rose helped set up the table. Then Lady over here, hopefully not too far away. You collect some bread. It's a very interesting quest. I really want to like get a screenshot of it. Just like, yeah, just like that. For the sake of it, it's a very interesting. Honey bun, stop going away. That's the thing that annoys me most, I think, about this, is the fact that they can leave. So I've got to wait for, like, Honey Bun to come back, because I think it's the only one. Oh, and Leaf. Come here. Give it to Star. Star will help set the table. And then Leaf here. Please don't go too far away. Give it to Sprout. And then Cream over here. Before you run away. Need to get in front of them. Honey. There's got to be something else I've got to give to Bud. I assume this is it. Be quick. Or not. Come on. And give it to Bud. Thank you. Thank you, Bud. Enjoy a moment's rest. Guests are starting to arrive. Yeah, it's finally prepared. Took a while. Sorry about that. Well, that's nice. Do we get to sit down? No, we don't get to sit down. Gandalf's more important than us, which is true. There are a lot more spaces though. Now the guests arrive, dinner can begin, so we do get a space. Nice. Sit down. Cool. I do like that you can actually use, like, it's got places where you can use the chairs. Right, talk to Grimbjorn. Eat then, there is enough food for all of us. Let's enjoy our meal with our lovely fellow. Thank you for all gathering with me to feast and tell tales. It's tradition we honour. Fjord himself had done the same and learned much from tales spoken over a feast. Now let's eat. I thought we had already eaten. We all helped, you included. Yeah, just... No, it's food that I also ended up making was really, really nice by chance. Who'd have thought? Perhaps a story whilst we eat. I feel like this episode's going to be a very long one, because we're already about half an hour in, and now we've got a story to listen to. I escaped, but not before I was captured by the mythical Toragrim. Why do I feel like he's lying? Of traders and I were escorting supplies and provisions from the building lands. We went through the forest gate, but not much further. Spies attacked the elves viciously, tearing them limb from limb. Don't know if Legolas will be happy to hear this. I tried to fight them off, but I could not save my companions. Felt like Legolas is going to call them out and be like, that didn't happen. And Tavala rescued me from the shock and escorted me back to Felagor. I mean, I think that happened. I can't really remember. I am so glad that Tavelad is here with us, that is certain. You've been quite helpful to many folks in the north. What do you say, you, Gandalf and Legolas? We've done a decent chunk of stuff. My tales of Tavelad are numerous, many I am sure you would not believe. I would much like to listen rather than speak this night. You shall be on with your tales. I would very much like to hear one. Let me think. Oh, very well. Twist an old man's arm. What's he going to sulk to us about? On the march to the back gate of Mordor, I was worried the enemies of Minas Morgul would attack the host from the rear. I convinced Aragorn, the King of Gondor, and Tavelad here to delve into the Morgul Vale. We stood at the very doorstep of Minas Morgul upon the only bridge wide enough for armies of the enemy. Wait, don't we blow it up? Valiantly we fought foes and destroyed the bridge to protect the host as they moved ever through North Ithilien. Yeah, we did like blow it up, I'm pretty sure. It was not long after the Easterlings prepared an ambush for us all. There's a lot of ambush going on, don't they? If not for Tavelad spotting the ambush, the Easterlings may have been successful. Yeah, a lot of ambushes going on. We surprised the raiding party, fought valiantly, and got the upper hand. I remember that because I recently did it on a stream that I was doing. Because I'm streaming a bit more now, by the way. Just plug that. Okay, what is another guess? So long as the tale continues. Pass the taters. I didn't know we had any hobbits here. Eat, eat. I'll ask for no more tales to be told at this feast. Okay, both elves and eagles work with us to protect our home. And if Legolas Tavelad, you're all to thank for making the Beyonding Lands safer. Thank you for a feast and a fine evening, each and every one of you. Right. Hopefully, that's everything sorted in terms of this, you know, treaty, trade route, whatever it was in the end that we were trying to sort out. Right. I'm glad that you visited my home. It helped great help and voice reason. You're always welcome here. Okay, Grimbjorn. That looks like probably the end of this, but we got a bowl of raspberries, some gold marks, and a bunch of stuff. So that is all our bonus XP used up for the first time in a very, very long while. What I'm also going to do, I know this episode's gone on a little bit long, but we're going to hopefully get a lot done.
Will you help us?
Is
there's always more to be done.
This skill. We need Veil Bjorning tokens. So that's slightly different than obviously the gull marks. So kind of annoying. I wonder if there's some like really, really good stuff here. See, that's half our vitality. It's really not worth it. Let's go down here. Again, this stuff is like, that's alright because it's mid for both of them, whereas we've got high agility, low vitality with that cloak. Yeah, it's kind of weird. A lot of our stuff is, that's like, yeah, middle of the two sort of thing. So we actually have a lot better armor. And we could probably get better armor just getting 2 kindred with these guys. So I think I thought that was Sarah Okar for a minute. I get very paranoid, alright? And the fire alarm's going off again. Okay, so the fire alarm went off again, but that's not a huge deal. I decided I'm just going to quickly run over to here. Durin is apparently here with a quest we can't do anything with, and a nice red axe. But more importantly, what we are after is we're going to come over here and we're going to go to the tasks, because if we go here, we should be able to complete Stoner Braid skins in the Dwarf Holds. It's not going to give us much because we got no bonus XP, but also it's also lower level. But that's not the point. Stoner Braid skins, we want to just complete our tasks if we can because of that task quest, and also because the higher tasks we can do, it is giving us 50k. So, I mean, it's an extra 250k today, which is like an extra quest. But, which would be 100k, to be fair, if we did that. But this quest will complete. Also, the more quests, more tasks we do end up doing. I don't know how we only got 9 out of 10 done. I really don't. But it basically means that I must have only had 4 and not wanted to come here, to be fair. But it just means that we can get more. When we get 100 tasks completed, we can complete 6 tasks in a day, which then means if we're getting 100k per task, let's say that's a guaranteed 600k an episode. So that's pretty good. And I'm pretty happy being basically halfway to the next level 1 episode after doing it. So, you know, it means that if we could do that every episode, we're probably going to get up like 123 in 2 episodes time, which would be amazing if that was such a thing. I mean, we still do have 1 task that we can complete. Not really great, but something. And also it gives us item XP, so that's always good as well, so that these will level up. But that's going to be it for now then. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. And then I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.